Hello and welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham and I'm your host, and today we have the pleasure of having with us Barbara Lewis of the Town Center City Club in Virginia Beach. Welcome.
Good morning. Nice to see you. Nice to be here.
Very nice to have you here. Why don't we just start with give us an overview of the Town Center City Club.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
It's a tongue twister for me. I don't know why. But anyway, give us an overview of that.
Well, Town Center City Club actually is primarily a business club. It's a place for people to entertain, lunch, dinner, breakfast even, and to have meetings or just to entertain a client because you want to talk business and you need a nice quiet place to have a meal and conversation. You know, even though there's lots of lovely restaurants, most of them are very noisy. And the Town Center City Club is private, as well as we bend over backwards to make sure it's convenient and comfortable for whatever you need to do.
You didn't say beautiful, but it really is nice.
Well, it is pretty. It really is pretty.
Okay, before we get to more about the club, let's talk a little bit about your history, because anybody who's been here a while has heard your name. They know you a little bit. Can you give us a little bit about your background?
Well, there's got to be a little background when you get as old as I am. But, well, before I decided to do the Town Center City Club, which we've been at now, we're in our 14th year. Can you believe that?
14,
Seems like just yesterday. But before then, I had Charm Associates, which was a finishing school for girls and women, as well as we had a promotional and a modeling agency, and that was for 30 years. Wow. And my goodness, a lot before then.
And you were on TV a lot, too.
I did do a lot of, seemed like anytime they had a local talk show and they need to fill up some time, they call me and say, Barbara, talk about something. And since I have an opinion about just about anything, I can usually find something to talk about.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned about how old the club is. Give us a little history about how that came about.
Well, I had always felt like Virginia Beach needed a business club. You know, we have lots of beautiful golf courses and golf clubs and country clubs and all of those things, but Virginia Beach did not have a business club like most cities do have. But you've got to remember, Virginia Beach is only about 50 years old, and 50 years ago, it was farmland primarily.
Right.
And so I felt like we needed that, but there was never an appropriate place to have one. So when Town Center started to be built, you know, Mr. DeVaris had that dream for years to build a city center, and then Armada Hoffler got involved, and it happened. So I thought, aha, finally there's a place that would be appropriate for a business club.
That's a great location.
It is perfect, and it's been it's a good location because it's a crossroads for Hampton Roads when you think about it. If you want to have a business meeting, it's convenient if you're coming from Norfolk, if you're coming from Portsmouth, Chesapeake, even from Hampton, because it's right off the interstate at a crossroads.
Okay, and now, so it's in Town Center in Virginia Beach, and you do a lot of things, but one of them is event hosting.
We do primarily business meetings and things of that type, but we also will do rehearsal dinners. We're not really. A sit-down dinner is about 120, the max that we can do for a sit-down dinner. And I would say for a wedding reception, 100 would be comfortable because you've got so many other things that you have to have. Right, weddings are not like other things. But we've actually had fun doing some second time around weddings. Can you believe that? Because they're a lot easier. You don't have as many sets of mamas and daddies and grandmamas and all of that. And second time around seem to not want as large a guest list. And so those are fun for us.
And you also have some really good chefs there?
We do. We have outstanding food.
I've eaten there. It's good.
Oh, good. Well, people always say that, you know, and another thing, when I go to another function, I'll come back, and the boys always want to know what I had to eat. And I'll say, well, I had a piece of naked chicken, 4 string beans, and a spoon of rice. They say, okay, well, I guess we better fix you some lunch then. But no, we have wonderful food, and very generous as far as you don't go away hungry.
Yeah, which I found to be actually quite different than some of the other really nice. See, it's a very nice atmosphere, a very
It is.
first-class atmosphere. And usually on that type of restaurant, you get 4 beans. you
Well,
know.
I know. I've been to a
I don't
lot-
know why, but you do. I
That's
mean,
right. I've been to a lot of things. I felt like I had to stop at McDonald's on the way home.
Yeah.
But I think our club is vastly different than most private clubs. We can be, I think we are beautiful and elegant, but we also have a more warm atmosphere than the average country club has or business club has. First place, we care about all of our members, and I always say, as long as it's not illegal or immoral, I'll do anything I can do to make them
so you
happy,
can cater to their
comfortable. Yes,
specialties, yeah.
and we know all of our members, so that makes it easy.
Now, I noticed when I was over there, several times I was over there, you have a tremendous amount of art.
We do.
Very, very pretty stuff.
Well, that was something that, of course, we've always had nice wall, pieces since we opened. But a year ago, I got all excited about helping the art community. And, well, I've done that for longer than that, but the visual arts. So we have put in an art gallery. And our art gallery is made up of all local professional artists. So it's our way of helping the artists do business. And, of course, whatever commission we make goes into our fund that helps our different charitable giving.
Right. And so what's involved in becoming a member then?
Well, primarily it's calling me. I'm sort of like St. Peter at the gate, I guess. We want people that are interested in business. If people are retired and not interested in business anymore, I don't think we'd fulfill a need. But if you're active in business, you want to meet people, you want a nice place to entertain and have meetings and do some networking, it's perfect. So primarily people that are interested in growing
So
in
they
business.
just need to call you.
Just call me.
Just call you. Okay. All right. Okay. Is there anything I haven't asked that you wanted to mention?
Well, other than we're comfortable and we're conveniently located, and
An asset to the business community.
that's right. And if you want to meet people in business or have a nice, quiet place to do business, call me.
Okay. Well, you heard her. If you find yourself in business and need any of those things, a nice place to do meetings, have meetings, or just meet with clients, or just to unwind maybe, the Town City Center, that's a tongue twister for me, Town Center City Club is a great place. It's really pretty, and you ought to check it out. And just give Barbara a call, and she can set you up. And their information, contact information, is at the end of this video, and it's also at the bottom of this page. Thank you very much for coming in. And
Thank you.
You've been so successful, but I wish you continued success.
Thank you very much. I
All right,
enjoyed
thank
being with you.
All right.